USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
His blessing. Governor, welcome to this program. Inside Training Center Chairperson, Board of Chair, Dr. Chernobari, IMVF program boss in the Gambia, Juana, CEO of Inside Training Center, Dr. Ismaila Sise, guest speakers representative, Dr. Mr. Ahmad Jigo, not forgetting our chief host, the chief of this community, Jokadu District, Chief Alpha Khan, and other representatives of various institutions. I could also see other representatives here, like the coordinator director in the Gambia, who has been very useful in this ceremony. Because throughout Insights program with IMVF, he has been very, very instrumental. Besides that, I think I would invite the Imam to come and give us his blessing. Imam, you are invited. Oh, okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما ويسرك الله نهر عزيزا وتلك حجتنا آتيناها إبراهيم على قومه نرفع درجات من نشاء إن ربك حكيم عليم وهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب كلا هدينا ونوحا هدينا ومن قبله ذرية داود وسليمان وأيوب ويوسف وموسى وهارون وكذلك نجزي المحسنين وزكريا ويحيى وعيسى وإلياس كل من الصالحين وإسماعيل واليسع ويونس والهدى فضلنا على العالمين ومن آبائهم وذرياتهم وإخوانهم واجتبيناهم وهديناهم إلى صراط مستقيم ذلك هدى الله يهدي بما يشاء من عباده اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من جميع الأهوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها جميع الحاجات وترحمنا بها من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك أهل الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أصل الغايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة بعد الممات اللهم صل على سيدنا وصلاة تفتح لنا بها أبواب الرضا والتيسير وتغلق عنا بها أبواب الشر والتأثير وتكون لنا بها وليا ونصيرا أنت ولينا مولانا فنعم المولى ونعم النصير برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أخلق والخاتم لما سوى الناس الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Okay, Imam. Okay, Gambia being a secular state, whenever we invite Muslims imams to pray for us, we equally invite the Christians to give us their blessing. So, if they are present, they are invited. Also, in our midst here, we have the chief of Loas Nyomi, who is also gracing this occasion. Okay, you are welcome, Chief. Can we have the Christian prayer, Mr. Mbenga? Yes, who is? He's not present. Yes.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us prayer for peace, protection, and guidance. And may you inspire and guide us through this program. In the name of Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Once again, I would thank everybody present here for witnessing this program. Insight Training Center has a long journey. Insight started from Serekunda in 1999, and today we are here. So obviously, we have a long way to celebrate, and we will continue celebrating. Insight's journey in Kuntaya started in 2021 with IMVF. IMVF supported the program that we are celebrating today with the housing here done by MRC Foundation and Enable. Enable, the structures that you see there where the animals are housed and the other structures were all constructed by Annabelle to enable us start this program. That are graduating today, which we will be celebrating. So we obviously grateful to IMVF. So at this point, we will start the program. Ernest, Mr. Menga. Okay, at this point, I will invite the Alcalo to give us his welcoming remarks because he is our, he obviously give us this land that we.
Assalamu alaikum. maa ngi nuyu mbooloo mi fi nekk maa ngi cay jiital commissioner ndax governor division bi maa ngi cay teg alkali yi fi daje ak imam yi fi ne ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo oote master bi nekk fii Mr Mbenge ak ñi mel ni moom ñëpp maa ngi leen ay welcome ñëpp ñi fi nekk maa ngi leen ay welcome di leen wax bismillah faddal dinaa kontaan nag pour wax fii am na jamono man maa leen jox fii ba ma leen ko joxee ñu bari foogoon nañ ne duñ ko liggéey waaye ñetti Yàlla rek ci gannaaw fi mu ne nii liggéey nañ ko ba ñu ngi koy jëriñoo loolu nag am naa ci ndam boo mayee ko soxla muy jëriñoo nga jëriñoo ci am nga ndam te fii ba Basse ba Kombo ñu ngi ñëw ñu ngi leen ay train fii te firi laa leen joxoon place bi firi kon nag bu ngeen ñëwee tey sañ naa leen a wax ne welcome wasalaam.
Okay, thank you very much, Alcalo. He will introduce us to this community, who is Amatijan. Amatijan has been very useful, and obviously he introduced us to the community and to the Alcali. So we are indeed grateful to all of them, and to the VDC of Kuntaya. Thank you very much. Okay, next on our program guide is the CEO of Insight Training Center to give us a speech.
Chairman and members of the Board of Directors of Insight Training Center, the Governor of NBR, our guest speaker, the Director of IMVF and staff, representative of MRC Holland Foundation, at work, Annabelle, the Chief and Alcalo of Kuntaya and the satellite villages, community leaders, VDC representative, parents, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a honor for us to come here today and make a double celebration. One, we could call it inauguration of the school, as well as celebrating these young men and women who have qualified in various fields to show that they have achieved something. As Alkali has stated, some few years ago, we came here and through Amatijan. Now, let me say there are people that crave for development and they only want, well, they want development mostly in their communities. Amatijan was our former student and he introduced us, or he asked us to come here. During the feasibility, we were looking at whether it is viable. Could we come here? Day in, day out, he would be coming to say, let's go. Whatever you need, we will provide it. And it was through him that introduced us to the community, to the Alkali, to the VDC. Today, we're here. Today, we're here to say, at least we have started. This is the beginning of a long journey. But at least we've got something to show for now. We've got these young men and women who have graduated or who are graduating today and who can show what they have been able to achieve. As I have always highlighted, at Insight, what we do is highlight what we are able to do. Not what we are able to do in terms of finance, but what we are able to achieve through our students. This is a collective achievement. The community provided us with the land. MRC Holland Foundation provided us with the 5 classroom blocks, the admin block, the fence, and the water system. A week last year, a week before the commencement of the academic year, I know a lot of people will remember the last windstorm. A week before we were to begin our classes, that was when the whole school was blown up. Through partnership and collaboration, we were able to rebuild the school within a month to come back and start lectures. That would not have been possible without the collective effort of everyone. Enable came to our aid. They provided the materials that were required to rebuild the structures and also the materials for building the small ruminants and the poultry houses. IMVF came in as well to support with 50 goats, 50 sheep, 1,000 chicken, support for the staff, and so many other things. We're grateful to you, Joanna, and all the partners. We must achieve, and for us to achieve, we must look at what we can do better. Now, when we talk of lack of unemployment, or when we talk of unemployment, we see the youth, a lot of them not employed. But thinking of 50 tons of eggs being imported in this country, 21,000 tons of meat being imported into this country, 500,000 rams imported in this country, tons of tomato, cucumber, and others imported into this country. What do we do to solve that problem? We're all aware food insecurity is a threat to national security. And do we have food security? Can we look at that? Can at one time, can we Gambians just say, at least we are better in this? Even if we are able to be only produce tomato, why can't we work on that? During the last graduation, I had said, the young men and women that are here or that were in that graduation are the agents of change. You are the agents of change. I hope this wouldn't be an opportunity to just go to the class or to the field and learn for few days or few months, go back to the community and say, "Dama def lenen." It means a lot have been spent on you and you are not doing it. Is it profitable? You are aware, you know, you have been doing this. Within the last year, we've made about $500,000 on only chicken and eggs. And we didn't hire any other person. It was this young men and women that produced that. Was it a large scale? No. I think it was 1,000 chicken that we used, 500 broilers initially, and 500 layers. Are we able to get that finance? Yes. There are businessmen out there, all they're looking for is profit. If you can show them it is profitable, they would invest in it. And if you can get $500,000 within a year, come on. If you ask any other person, he would be willing to leave Serekunda and Banjul to come here and join you. Today, we've got 128 students graduating here in 2 batches. There were 2 batches. One batch was 76 students, and the other batch was 52 students. All of them were trained on the field. Now, at Insight, what we do is we show you what we are doing. These buildings that you are seeing here were all built by students. The eggs that you are seeing here were also produced by the students. The meat, I think we have even made a food chain here now. In Kuntaya now, what we are able to do is produce eggs and meat and then sell it to the shops for onward delivery or onward distribution. And at a cheaper price than the market price. The chicken used to be $250 and we were selling it for $200. This is our contribution to the community. So, alkali, su fekkoon ne dafa amoon ku wax ndax du dox wax leen ne depuis daaw ak ren xale yii luñ defar si ganaar ak nen am nañ si juróomi téeméeri junne si loolu ganaar bu daan jar ñaari téeméer ak juróom fukka ñaari téeméer lañ ko daan jaay si biir Kuntaya ndax Kuntaya ñoo ñu jox fii kon ñun foog ñu joyloo leen jukkal neneen lu ñoo am nañ ko séedoo ak yéen. We must invest in food production. We must invest in food production and we must invest in our youth. They are not lazy. We have said we have not paid a cent to anybody to take care of our poultry. And that's not only poultry. We just started. Now, the $500,000 that I have said, this is profit. It wasn't turnover. It's just profit within a year. And we have goats and sheep. We have not started selling them. By next year, we hope Mr. Young and Dr. Barry will come to buy theirs from us here. If we invest in agriculture, we can achieve, and we can achieve a lot. Poverty will be gone, malnutrition will be gone, insecurity will be gone. A lot of times we're hearing today, or gayange breaks in palasi. Sacha. If you have got something to do, you wouldn't have time for Sacha. Let us keep the boys and girls busy. Let's give them something to do. Then they won't have time. Kuy dem Sachi am jurom fuka, te ligay am juromi june, do dem Sachati. We need to invest in it, and thanks to the partners. Now, this was possible through partnership. Okay, Kuntaya, the community came in, IMVF came in, ADWA came in, MRC Holland Foundation came in, Annabelle came in, but also there was also another army that was helping to see these things work. The Mr. Bangers, and of course, and the others that are also giving us the support, the ideas as how to achieve. When you think of how is Insight able to do this, please let me take you back to who are the people that are giving us ideas. Our board, we have a strong board, dedicated board, and a competent board that is telling us what to do. Thank you, Chair and your board members, but I think the society can see what you're doing. But of course, the dedicated staff as well. We are not able to do anything without this staff. Mr. Benga and others, sometimes midnight, he will tell you, oh, Damademon Seti Ganari said, well, hurry. At midnight, he is not paid for that. We can't pay him that much. But he is sacrificing for these people. The other people, all the support staff, Ismaila and all his staff, we are grateful to you. We are seeing what you're doing. And we think the community or whole society would see that we want to make a difference. And that is why we are at the prisons, we are producing food, we are providing skills. We believe if each of us is contributing their way or their quota, tomorrow Gambia would be the envy of the world. I thank you all.
Agriculture is the way out. Of course, there are certain things that Doctor have said as far as this project is concerned. I would also just throw light to some of it, like the energetic effort of this. Yeah, who is in the Netherlands at the moment on holidays? They were very, very hard working on this project. I remember last year when the storm blew this place off, the lady behind, she couldn't sleep. She was always thinking of this place, and which was obviously something touching to everybody inside. And Alhamdulillah, today, her and all of us here are celebrating what is here today. So thank you to everybody who have made this a success. Next person invited is the governor of North Bank region, Lamin Sedika. You are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Mr. Chairman, please allow me to recognize the presence of Chairman Board of Directors, Mr. Dr. Bari, and all other board members, MRC Holland Foundation Coordinator, Amadou Jigo, CEO Jigo Construction, CEO Inside Training Center, Dr. Sise, Project Coordinator IMVF, ADWA Director Mam Samba, my two chiefs, the Chief of Lower Yomi and the Chief of Jakwadu, the Imam and Alcalde of Kuntaya, the security chiefs here present, all media houses, all invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends and families. We are gathered here today to witness the ceremony, the graduation ceremony of students who have completed their study in this institution. I salute all the students for this great achievement. In extension, I also thank their respected hardworking teachers together with their Chief Executive Officer, for their good guidance and commitment to see the success of these students. These boys and girls must be proud of their achievement, but it must go with discipline. Discipline without discipline, all the achievements will tantamount to nothing. Discipline, ladies and gentlemen, have no identity. It is individual behavior that determines your identity. It is my personal belief that the possession of these qualities and values can transform individuals into real citizens of this great nation. Mr. Chair, please allow me to call on myself and everyone else here to bring our thoughts together to create a country that will be a haven for many generations to come. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these young people form the bedrock of any transformative change in our society. In other words, they serve as the engine for socio, political, and economic advancement in any country. Therefore, I urge all of you to continue hard work and discipline. As parents, it is our duty to invest good thoughts and benefits of peace and harmony in the hearts and minds of our children, who are going to lead this country in the righteous path. Otherwise, there will be no meaningful development. The students of this noble institution are taught to be creative, imaginative, and to think originally and unconditionally, and not to be afraid to push the boundaries. But over and above, they are taught to be respectful and open to new innovative ideas. You have completed your training and ready to face the reality as trained professionals in your different fields. We expect you to go out there and share your thoughts and experiences with friends and family. Remember, young people of today are the leaders of tomorrow. You have great opportunities, and not the sky, but the space is the limit. One of the fundamental pillars of development in any country is to educate its people. I have the privilege to speak to one of the National Assembly member of the United Kingdom, and he once told me that if you look at the United Kingdom, we don't have any natural resources like African countries. They don't have any gold, they don't have silver, diamond, even petrol. But what they have was education. And if you can look around, UK is one of the most powerful nations in the world. It's because of education. So education is very, very important, and we should strive it. Acquiring these beautiful certificates is one thing. What is important is to put into practice what you have learned from here with seriousness. Otherwise, you will live to regret for the rest of your lives. Remember, many are called, but few are chosen. So be among those few that are chosen. You should be proud of yourselves for this achievement, because no one can take what you have achieved here from you. That's the beauty of education. You can steal my food, you can steal my money, you can even steal my wife, but you cannot steal my education or my knowledge that I acquired. So you should be very thankful to the teachers and the institution for all the necessary support you received during your time here. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. I'll just give you an example of Prime Minister Harold Wilson of the United Kingdom. When he was 10 years old, 10 to 12 years old, he and his father went to London. He stood in front of number 10 Downing Street. Number 10 Downing Street is where the Prime Minister stayed. And he told his father to take a picture of him. And after taking the picture, he told his father, one day, my father, I'll be the Prime Minister of the UK. And he became the Prime Minister of the UK. So you can see what you can achieve. Whatever you want to achieve in life, you can achieve it. It's not determination and energy that you need to do. His Excellency, President Adama Barrow, is in full support of such skill centers to inculcate young people to become entrepreneurs in their own rights. We have a leader who is not pernicious, but has respect for human rights and rule of law. And this government has created great opportunities for young people and has put a lot of emphasis in protecting their fundamental rights. Friends, families, and invited guests, it is my hope and belief that this center will continue to stimulate creativity, bring together people of this region, and beyond, and to continue training our young people in many skill areas. You remember in Latin we said "Dums biro biro," which means since there is life, there is hope. Distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, I'll never forgive myself if I did not show my appreciation to all the partners who are supporting this institution. And in extension, I also show my sincere appreciation to friends, families, for parents, friends, and families for coming to grace this auspicious occasion. I can assure that my office will do everything to make sure that this training center continue to function and graduate many more students in many years to come. Thank you for your attention.
For putting a lot of emphasis on skills training. And of course, it is true that government is very much in support of skills training because it's the way out. At this point, I would also invite the chief of this region, Alpha Khan, to throw some words of wisdom on this occasion.
So, Chairman, the regional governor, who is my able boss, the chairman of the board of directors, Dr. Bari, IMB BF, the CEO, Mr. Lee, the representative of Jigo, my able boss, friend and a brother, the director of ADWAC, students, the Alcalo of Kuntaya, and the Imam of Kuntaya, the Alcalo of other communities present, the security, our mothers present, the media, and my colleague, Chief and Uncle, Honorable George Shanko, the Chief of Lower Nyomi. I said a warm good morning to all of you. I first of all have to apologize to my boss by protocol. We speak before them, but now I was not part of the program guide. Yeah, but I have to, as long as it is about Inside Training Center. I also wish to join the previous speakers to thank Inside, their board, and also their management. And as a member of this community, I was also being engaged by Amatijan, who this community is very grateful of, as somebody who passed by through Insight and came back, not only that he benefited from Insight personally, but decided to expand and extend it, lobby for it to come to his own community and his own district, by extension to the whole region. We thank him for that. As my father rightly stated, the Alcalo is my father. When this was initiated here, the idea was brought and communicated to us by Amatijan Jallo. We realizing that the rate of unemployment in this country, especially at that time when the Bagwe syndrome was the order of the day, you know, it is difficult to accept certain ventures, especially when it deals with, you know, issuing huge land. So some doubted it, but as my father is always committed to development, he insisted that yes, we can give them the land free of charge, provided that they are going to do something, and they never failed the community. They did that. Now the community, I want to inform the board chairman and some of the stakeholders, the community, having realized that the program with IMB is phasing out, we, the community, we have, you know, started putting heads together how to continue supporting this institution, because we don't want it to end here. The project and other partners, yes, they support it, but we need to take ownership. We cannot build all these structures only to be told that the project is finished. We started that with the able principal of the school, We went to the governor. He came to us, and we have to thank him especially for his commitment and also the seriousness he attached to this inside training center. He came to me, engaged me. Yes, we need to take this as we are the owners. It's for our young ones. We didn't stop there. We went to the governor's office, who is here to attest to that. We engaged him. There, we started calling the EU and other partners that we feel we can also add our weight on lobbying for sponsorship. You know, because some of these students or the youth that they are giving some of this technical training in the Greater Banjul area, it's more easier here with us, with this training center, than going to the Greater Banjul area. Because here, you don't have the problem of accommodation. Food is not a problem in the rural areas here. You know, and transportation also may not be that much an issue like in the Greater Banjul area. So, having said that, I want to say I'm grateful to be part of this program, and more importantly, to find this important institution inside our district. We want to say thank you, and to the graduating students, we want to say congratulations to you. And I also want to put to the chairman that they are not only being trained technically, but they are also being prepared for society to meet certain challenging issues. Because just 2 days back, they decided to join me one of their group where I saw the group, they said Jokadu Poultry Farmers, Young Poultry Farmers Association. And they said, the one who created the group said it is where they can, you know, share experiences and challenges, where they can address issue together and support one another. So that shows that at least they have not only been trained to be self-centered, but they have been trained also to contribute to society. I thank you all for your attention.
Grateful for the support. Okay, at this point, I would invite Inside Vice Chair, Mr. Nyang, who is also a veteran TVET personnel, to throw some words on this occasion. Yeah, we said he's retired but not tired. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
I was taken unawares when I was asked to come and say a few words. Yes. Let me go up. I am very tall, so don't worry about that. When I was asked to say a few words, I appreciated it because I was a member of the TVET institutions and helped in establishing the Inside Training Center. When I was Director General of the National Training Authority, Mr. Sise, the CEO of this Inside Training Center, came and we worked together to establish the training center in Serakunda. That was appreciated. But what helped me a lot was, my boss once told me, do you think these people will make it? Inside Training Center. Boy, need a 100 by let's help others, because these people, I say no. They are young people, let's help them so that they will also put in their quota in vocational training. And they have not failed me. They have really honored what I was fighting for, and everything is in order. This extension is enough. The second thing that I will do is, I will address the graduates. You are going to be ambassadors of Inside Training Center. If you go anywhere and show that you are not disciplined, then they will know that at Inside Training Center, you are not trained to be disciplined. And let's remember something. Vocational training is a vehicle to national development. There is no doubt about that. Whether you train a lot of people or whatever, unless you have people to make buildings, to drive cars, to be able to maintain cars, to be able to fix electricity, then the development will lack. You must have to be people who are going to be vocational minded people so that everything will work. Let's remember something. There are two interests. The first interest is you are either an academic or a technical man. If you are technically inclined in this country, they say, bàyyi leen ko xel mi neexut. And that's what they tell you. Xel mi neexut, moo tax bàyyi ko mu jànga carpenter, bàyyi ko mu jànga maçon, parce que xel mi neexut. Do you think somebody whose xel mi neexut dina tabax lii? No. No one. The other example that I always give when I am asked to give a few words is somebody, with all due respect, doctor, somebody will come from Europe with a PhD, come to this country, then you are given a car, a brand new car, and say, doctor, because you have come with your doctorate degree, that's a car. Then you take that car, drive the car from Banjul to Denton Bridge, and then everything will stop. The engine will stop. Then doctor will come and say, man munuma ko defa be nañ dem jëli benn fita. You know, they go into any of the garages, get a small dirty boy, I call him, and say, kinda dimbale doctor. Then the person will come and say, doctor, what's the problem? The matter will be free, like after be say. Well, okay, open bonnet. They open the bonnet and say, doctor, startle. Then you start, you say, doctor, stop. Then doctor will stop. You go exactly where the problem is, get a screwdriver, turn 1 or 2, and say, doctor, startle. Doctor will start again. Vroom, vroom. It's on. You call that boy stupid? Is that person stupid? No, the person is not stupid. He's technically minded. Technical minded people are people who will venture into trying to make sure that what they are doing works. That's the practical aspect of whatever we want to do. So, and that is why I say I will take this opportunity to say a few words, talk to the parents, and say, please, don't see technical education as borom xel mi neexut. Help them. If you have a child who cannot go to Gambia High School, tell the person to go to GTTI. One day that person will be able to do something that you will never expect, that you were not expecting at all. So I don't want to bother you with a lot of speeches, because as old teachers, when we miss the classroom, if we have the slightest opportunity, we talk a lot. So I am sorry for that, but I just want you all, and as parents, to be mindful of people saying, a technical man, xelam mi neexut. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalatu wassalam ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Pour presse bi nak dama ñaan doore suñu làkk yi ndax waa dëkk bi ñëpp a ngi fi teewee tey te yaakaar naa làkk nañ anglais gu bëri te man suma anglais bi foog naa dama ko bàyyi so dama doore olof bi anglais bi dab ma soo leen nangu dama doore nuyu gouverneur ndax soo déggee ñëw nga ci dëkka ci gën a kawe mooy gouverneur so kooku la ñoo njëkkaa nuyu. Do I need to be on the bricks? Because they are breaking down and it's making me surprised. Alkaalo gi nuyu alkaalo dëkk bi te bég naa ci moom dëgg ndax am na lu bari lu rafet lim fi wax dëgg yàlla kontaan nañ ci. Nuyu tamit CFO bi muy doomam kooku tamit bég nañ ci waxtaan gi. Nuyu kilifa yi fi nekk yëpp te dégg naa ne am na ay yeneen chief yi fi nekk bëggoon naa tudda seen tudda mooy chief of Jokadu mooy Alpha Kane foog naa moom lañ waxoon mu wax te dégg naa tamit chief of Lower Ñoomi mu nekk ku tudda George Sonko yi tamit mi ngi fi dégg naa Lady Kansolo Ker Jarga Ward mi tudda Awa Gueye tamit mi ngi fi ñi ngi nuyu tamit wax nañ alkaalo bi waaye bëggoon naa turam mooy Alaaji Abu Fatou Kane su dee juumuma nuyu nañ tamit ñoo xam ne ñoom lañ àndal ñi ñëw fii ci ñooñu bokk na ci ki ñoo ooyee Joanna Martins xam naa ne dégg na olof léegi Joanna dégg nga loo moom moo represent IMVP coordination ndax ñoom ñoo ñu dimbale si projet bi ba mu taxaw ñi ngeen nuyu tamit Adam Mam Samba Diouf ki represent Adwat I think noonu la ba pare suma mag ki vice chair of the ITC board moom moo fi mujjee wax léegi nii di nuyu tamit ki CEO bi mooy docteur Ismaila Cissé ak principal am tamit mi tudda Ismaila Cissé ñoom ñaar wax dëgg yàlla léegi ñoo bokk ndey ak baay di nuyu tamit councilors yi fi nekk yëpp ak waajur yi fi nekk muy góor ak jigéen waa dëkk bi mag ak ndaw kontaan ci yéen di leen won bégte bi ñu esi tey fii pour ñëw teewee graduation téeméer ak juróom fukki graduate ndax 28 ñaar fukk ak juróom-ñett ngeen baalal ma ne suma ñaan nga bugg a war a nangu ñaar fukk ak juróom-ñetti graduates waxtaan yiñ fi wax tey dafa am solo waaye fi ma koy dooree ci ay misaal la ndax kii xaw na ma coxuñ tuuti nag mooy ki fi mujjee wax bi mu dooree di wax affaire yi xam-xam ma jox leen ay misaal xam-xam am na solo torop su dee xam-xam boo xam ne buy njëriñ la ñu ne ma doore ko ci mbiri moto gi waaw dafa amoon beneen docteur bu ñëw ak motoom di dawal ba egga fu nuroo Kuntaya moto gi paan bu moto bi paanee de mu jaaxle moom it mënut a xam li moo def ba defar moto ba ñu oo mécanique yi yëpp nag ku nekk ñëw dóor doxut mu amoon benn kilifa bu mag nag ki xamoon affaire yi mécanique waaye xëy na ñu bëri daal yaakaaruñ ne dina ci xam dara ndax moto yu bees yi la waaye ñu ne nañ ko oo rek comme que amuñ beneen solo kay ñu oo kilifa ji ñëw mu ubbi bonnet ba mu xool mu ne waaw jox leen ma clé ñu jox ko mu dóor fee nag kang mu ne taalal moto ba rek moto ba taal mu ne gars yi ne ko waaye lii de doy na waar docteur ba nag mel ni man rek ne ko waaw yow ñaata laa jox njëgi guru mu ne ko jox ma juróom fukki junni dalasi rek mu ne ko lan waaye yow da nga dóor fii rek mu taal di mu ne ko déet gis nga dóor gi ma dóor boobu dalasi rek nga may fay waaye xam-xam bi ma am ba xam fi may dóor ba nga taal sa moto ba boobu juróom-ñeneenti junni juróom-ñeneenti téeméer ak juróom-ñeenti fukk ak juróom-ñeneent moom nga may fay soo amuloo xam-xam ba di kon nag docteur ba caalit kon xam ngeen ne nag métier am na solo xam-xamam am na solo waaye tamit bàkku ci xam-xam tamit baaxut ndax gis nga kii nag moom xam naa ni séeréer la rek mu ñëw dugg ci moto déet kooku du mën a nekk séeréer ndax séeréer la doon tooñ nañ ne Pël la rek xam naa kan la santa moom daal dafa dugg ci gaal gi di war a jaala baara waaye moom yàlla dafa jàngi dëkki tubaab am xam-xam bu baax mu ñëw nag mu laaj nag séeréer bii di yóbbu gaal bi naan ko yow lan nga jànga kooku ne man de déwma school mu ne ko waaye yow dëgg yow yaa doya di rek yow yaa ñàkk fayda rek demuloo jàngi waaye yow daal mu dem di ko xas gaa ngi ci gaal gi de gaa yi dem daal ba ci digg géej ga rek waaw géej ga door di riir nag bu géej ga dooree di riir rek ñu xam ne fii moom daal yàlla rek a fi des rek borom gaal ga ne ko mbaa yow nag si sa jàng gi yëpp jàngoon nga fii rek mu ne ko déet ma jàngu moom loola de mu ne ko gis nga yow nag li nga jàngoon la yëpp amatul benn njëriñ tey fii ngay dee kon nag bàkku si jàng it amul njëriñ bàkku si jàng it amul njëriñ ndax moo tax nag jàng loo jàng su la njëriñee loolooy jàng bu am njëriñ fi may jeexalee tamit ba léegi ci misaal la rek dañ waxoon ne ñaari nit ñu dem uti mbiri métier waaw kenn ki nag mu topp ci ay foyantu rek xam naa kooku nag moom suma xariti séeréer lay doon rek moom mu topp ci ay foyantu rek mu ne ay yëfi métier yi nii loo bëgg a kay mën nga koy am sa waajur rek lay toppatoo am nga fi ngay tëdd soo xiifee dañ lay may nga lekk lu ma utee ay métier man daal buñ ma kenn sonal moom daal kër bu mu dugg ci biir Kuntaya daal nañ ko may mu lekk su buggee nelaw it tamit kenn du ko aaye mu ne kon lu ma utee métier man kay suma affaire a ngi baax ba pare nag Paul ba moom ne ko xaaral man moom dinaa dem béy kooku dem béyi góob gerteem defar ba mu baax bu loolu amee rek taw ba bàyyi di ñëw nag at bi ci toppal lekk amatul beneen at bi ci ñëw lekk amatul ah waa ji nag léegi kër gum dem rek ñu ne ko ah waaye am nga lan nga doon def du si foo nga nekkoon demal continuer fo rek ñun nag amatuñ dara ñu la mën a may waaja nag caalit mu ñëwaat ca pôl ba ne ko ah pôl ba dimbale ma rek mu ne ko yow fi ñu doon béy yow ñëpp a ngi topp lu am solo yaa ngi topp ci caaxaan kon yow ban njëriñ nga si amati mu ne waaw jàng naa li métti ci man xam naa ne léegi ci ndox amatee rek dinaa béy waaye doo rek ko foofa nag mu rëccu ñu baalal ko bu ndox ñëwee mu door di moom it béy lii yëpp ay misaal la tey lu nit ut xam-xam yi tamit li mooy ñaan mooy mun a yore boppam yore waajuram kon nag su dee amuloo yoon googa nag fee yombut ci yow yàlla may la métier am kon toppal métier xam nga tey yàlla dafa dogal xëy na man su suma wërsëg la rek ñu may ooyee docteur waaye ñi ma xamoon ci fanweeri at ci gannaaw man jàng naa ay métier de tey su ma amutoon benn kayit sax alhamdulilah dinaa doon mën a liggéey ndax dama doori ci métier gi njëkka waaye li des li nag ñëw yàlla yombalal ma ko ndax métier daal mooy xam-xam boo xam ne benn di nga ko am su dee yaa ngi am kattan gi nga am ki la si jàppale nga mun a dundal sa boppa dundal sa njaboot si sutura kon nag métier am na solo bëgg naa wax jàngkat yi fii ñu xam loolu damay gàttal foofu naan damay kontaan ci waa Kuntaya yëpp doore ko ci alkaalo bi li mu def nii wax dëgg yàlla su alkaalo yëpp defoon nii dina doon baax ndax dëgg soo amee si ay ndaw ci biir dëkka amuloo benn ndimbal boo leen mun a jox su dul ndimbali xam-xam boo xam ne dinañ si njëriñoo dëkk bi njëriñoo si kon loolu la alkaalo bi def yal na ko yàlla yàggal fii may ko fan bu gudd ak wér gu yaram kontaan nañ tamit ci waa Kuntaya ndax ñoom ñoo óolu alkaalo gi ba mun koo nangul mu mun a tànn suuf boo xam ne ñëpp bëgg nañ ko mu ne xaaral ma jox ko ñii jógee ci biti ñëw ndax am na liñ fi bëgg a sànca def loo xam ne dinañu njëriñ ndax suñ ko óolutoon mu def li mu defoon tey njëriñ gi duñ ko doon gis foog naa sant nañ yàlla ci ay ndaw yu bari yu jógee Kuntaya tey ñu ngi am seen métier te yàlla su leen dimbalee tey mën naa am bii dina nekk seen uteekaay alal seen alal dina ci yokku kon kontaan nañ ci yéen yëpp yéen waajur yi Kuntaya yëpp te xam naa ne Kuntaya rek nekkut ay seen ndaw yi rek nekkuñ fii si school bi xam naa ne am na yeneen ndaw yi nekk si yeneen school yoo xam ne bokk nañ ñoom it ci school bi te ñëw nañ te óor na ma ne suñ gisee ndam gi tey di am Kuntaya ñu bëri nañ daw ñëw bokkaat si school bi ndax métier daal mooy loo xam ne moo ñoo jëmal kanam ba pare kontaanal gouverneur ndax mi ñu support xam nga man North Bank laa jógee si Badibu kay fële Farafenni kon nag suma gouverneur la kontaan naa ci moom ndax moom it dafa support projet bi ndax su si taxawutoon moom it duñ si doon ñeme ma kontaan si docteur Ismaila Cissé yàlla xam na ne man ku bugg a mbiri jàngala waaye bi ma ooyee ne ma daf ma bugg a boole ci waxtaan gi ak ci gën a yaatal school bi li ma ci gën a bégloo mooy dafa jàppalu serious mu nekk ku serious mu bugg a mu baax kii su doon ale rek la doon ut docteur Cissé mi su doon ale rek la doon ut kii mi ngi toog Angleterre xool leen ko de bu leen ko xeeb kii Angleterre la toog waaye mu ne moom du fa toog rek mu am fii ñu am soxla si jàng métier ñu mun see njëriñoo te man ma toog Angleterre rek moom munoon naa toog Angleterre am li ñu fi bugg a yëpp waaye defu ko dafa ñëw sanca school bi et lim dem foratu Angleterre rek mu ñëw delloo ko ci school bi pour nit ñi am si njëriñ ba pare mu am rakaam tamit beneen Ismaila Cissé boo xam ne yëpp la bàyyi mu toppatool ko school bi ba school bi yaatu tey ci biir Gambia bi fii mun naa wax ne school bi mooy number 1 si Tibet mooy number 1 si Tibet te waxeewu ma ko caaxaan ndax ñu bari ñu ma xam nañ ne man si affaire éducation rek laa yàgg kon su ma waxee ne number 1 la digga la si Tibet institution si yëpp tey mooy number 1 bii mooy school boo xam ne daf lay jàngal nga defar kër tabax kër daf lay jàngal nga mun a dugal électricité si biir kër gi daf lay jàngal nga mun a def sa pipe ak wanag yi yëpp ci biir kër gi daf lay jàngal nga mun a béy mu jàngal tamit ni nga jaayee sa mbéy mu jàngala ni nga dencee sa xaalis mooy banque mu jàngala ni nga defee management kon kii lim la jàngal kay soo ko jàngee yëpp jeexal nga kon loo utati si xam-xam kon nag war nañ moo gërëm inside training jàppale leen encourage leen nga xam ne man su doon suma sago tey mi nekk chairman of the board dañoo ut am inside training yu bëri ci biir Gambie bi ba mu day nga xam ne xale bu ndaw bu nekk muy góor muy jigéen muy mag sax bu am kattan dina mun a ñëw jàng ci school bi am ci métier ndax gis nga jàng du mun a weesal kenn boobu amul mag ak xale de bu fa kenn rus naan ne man am na ñeent fukki at ne ñeent fukki at la am léegi weesu naa jàng mënatuma dem toog ak xale yi lii jàngi métier la du jàngi ABC 1 2 3 loolu moom bàyyi nañ ko fële li ñu lay jàngal fii métier la métier nag du wees kenn kon ñaan naa mag yi tamit ñi fi nekk ñoo xam ne bugga nañ te ñemewuñ nañ ñeme ñu ñëw si school bi ñu wane ne bugga nañ ñoom ñu boole leen si school yi mun a jàng. Okay, I think I have to now go to English, at least for the benefit of the press. I am honored as the chair of the board of Inside Training and indeed very, very proud to stand here. First, to commend all the personalities I called earlier. Here, our major host is the governor. And then we have the alcalo, we have all the chiefs, and we all have the councillors who are within Kuntaya and the environs. We want to show our appreciation, really, for considering to give us land here in Kuntaya so that we can establish the first ever, most prosperous rural agribusiness training center. It is indeed a pride. And we also want to commend our donor, our development partners. They have now become family members because we have been working together as partners to see that whatever we want to do or we want to achieve, because of the trust and confidence that has been built into the years, we have been able to do it together. So I thank all these partners, and just to cite a few of them, we have TechIFI project, and we have the IMVP, if I'm not mistaken in the name, IMVF exactly, for their support. And we also know that there are many other partners involved, and they have been cited by the CEO. This could not have happened without their support. So I want to, on behalf of the board, express our profound gratitude. We want to thank the administration of Inside Training. Look, if there is no dedication, if there is no commitment coming from that institution, I think we will not have seen success. So therefore, they carry huge responsibility in the success. As a result, they also need to be given the best commendation ever. I know the amount of sacrifice that has gone into it, and therefore we recognize it. As board members, anytime we are called, we try our best to leave our jobs and come and answer, because they give us that confidence that we can succeed together. Now, today we are graduating these students in the area of agribusiness. And I'm sure if you listen to many other speeches to come, you will know precisely that it has to do everything with the whole food component. And I'm happy that the CEO did mention that the area that we are training these people can support in eliminating malnutrition and stunting, particularly among children. But most importantly, it can provide health to the community here and the environment. You see, we should be conscious of the fact that our communities, Gambians in general, don't eat very well. We have bad eating habits. We eat a lot of imported food, white rice, that is not always good. The food that we eat mostly in the villages or in the rural area is in most cases the healthiest, but sometimes we don't even know. Now imagine if agribusiness is really thriving. The chances are we will have people who will live much longer here. Can you imagine the amount of healthy elderly people who can walk their way to work from their homes right here? If you are in Greater Banjul here, you hardly find elderly people attending our ceremonies. Why? Because in most cases, they are conflicted with high blood pressure, with diabetes, with some complications. And you know, we all start growing big bellies and we think that this is a sign of good living. but it can also be a sign of bad living. And I hope that the agribusiness thriving here is going to improve in the food quality of the community and the environment, but also improve in the economic growth of this environment. And the most important thing is that it also creates, as the chief said, self-reliance and create a skillful society that is going to be food self-sufficient and improve in this. I want to cite here that the Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has very recently launched the TVET policy and also its framework. The intention is very clear, that every Gambian will be given an opportunity to be trained. Every Gambian needs to be trained. I think we should set our priorities. It's clear that this amount of students coming out of grade 12 now are increasing in number. We are getting more than the tens of thousands of students coming out. Certainly, not all of them will ever go to university. So what do we do with the rest? They have not really failed. And I disagree with all of those who said they have failed. They have not. These people have already acquired what we call comprehensive basic education. They have done 9 years of basic cycle and they have done 3 years of secondary school. So they know clearly how to read and write, how to do maths, how to do simple accounting, certainly. So what they need now is to be given skills, concrete skills that are needed in our society that is going to boost economic growth. So I am advocating to the ministries of education. I'm advocating to the private sector to really see skills as the primary goal to develop our country and take most of our people out of poverty. This is our advocacy. And I'm also advocating that if we go into certain areas of skill like agribusiness, please let's also consider reducing the importation of most of the food that is coming out and encourage local industries to grow. These local industries have the potential of giving us much better food. Today, I know at home, I go and buy locally prepared, chura gerte, locally prepared findi, locally prepared white cherry, and locally prepared serer cherry and all that, because they are preparing them and packaging them. These people must be empowered. They must be given what is required so that we start eating healthy. We start eating good, but at the same time, we start creating wealth. Because these people who go into this industry, they can only thrive if they know that they do have the market. We cannot have the market if they start competing with the bad products that are coming from abroad. I say bad, and I'm not going to retract that word. I know there are a lot of eggs that are coming. Some of them are bad. There's a lot of imported food that is coming. Some of them are not good for us, especially tin food. We should be even banning tin food. We can have everything we need, which is on tin, which is natural, which is directly from the soil, which is healthier to eat. Tin food can have serious consequences that some of us even don't know. Recently, we have a lot of our children dying. It has been associated to paracetamol, but who knows? There might be other complications too. Because the food that our children eat is what develops their minds. If the food is bad, their mind is going to be bad. That I can tell you for free. You can ask any scientist. So I thank Insight Training really for venturing in the rural area. I encourage them to keep expanding in the rural area. This is the future. And I encourage the graduates today by giving them 6 advice. 6. 1, you should be respectful. Advice number 1. If you respect yourself, you respect the community, then all doors are open for you. You should be honest, because in business, honesty is always very difficult. But it becomes your cardinal rule to be honest. The chances are you will get what you deserve and not what you do not deserve. You should be grateful. You should be grateful to your parents who brought you up, fed you, clothed you, took care of you, always, and make sure you give back anytime you have the opportunity. You should be grateful to your community, people who have given you protection throughout the time that you have lived in this community. You should be grateful to your teachers because they have imparted knowledge that you could otherwise never have had. And you should be grateful to the country that has given you safe haven to develop you, irrespective of what you might have in your own perception of your country. Always be grateful, because it is said in the Quran, La yaskurullah man la yaskurul nas. If you are not grateful to people, if you are not grateful to the society, then you are not grateful to God. So you must be grateful. You should be generous. You should, because you see, if ITC was not generous, they would not have been expanding like this. They have been generous. Generosity pays back. Generosity is not waste, it's an investment. To be generous with your time, be generous with your wealth, and be generous with your attitude toward people. You must be generous, and God certainly will repay you in abundance. You must be innovative. You are taught today to do agribusiness. You are taught to bring up animals. You are taught to do agriculture. You are taught to, how they take care of chicken and then sell the eggs. You have to be innovative. You have to look at innovative ways of improving your skills beyond the classroom, beyond the knowledge that you have been given. And most importantly, you must learn to be patient. You see, we have a problem with perseverance. We are not patient. We keep rushing because we want wealth overnight. People don't get wealthy overnight. And by the way, wealth is not in the money you get. Wealth is in the health that you have. Wealth is in the well-being that you have. Wealth is in the complete faculties that you have. Good hands, good legs, eyes to see, ears to hear, mouth to answer when you have been talked to. You see, this wealth has been with you. You don't even know it. A 70-year-old man went to hospital, and then he was given oxygen for 1 week. And when the week ended, he asked for the bill for the oxygen. And they told him the amount. I think it was about $100,000. Well, it's exaggerated, but whatever it was a big amount. And the man cried. They asked him, why are you crying? You cannot pay for this, you are a rich man. He said, no, I can pay. But imagine 70 years I've been breathing fresh air for free. If I'm paying for 1 week, all this amount of money for the air, can you imagine? So we are not even conscious of the wealth we have. As long as we live healthy, as long as we live with our faculties intact, as long as we live and opportunities are there, let us consider ourselves wealthy, and therefore we do not have to be determined that we must be rich and drive nice cars or live in a luxury home or have everything that maybe your 50 Cent has or other person has for you to be happy. No, that is not happiness. That is torture, mental torture, and you might end up probably becoming mad. So be contented with what you have, and solely you will be wealthy in mind and wealthy in spirit. So I congratulate all of you graduates, and I pray, we all pray, inshallah, that Allah widens your chances, increase your opportunities, and make you wealthy, not the wealth, along with the wealth of the money, for sure. I'm sure you want it too, right? But all the form of wealth that you need. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A marathon speech, but indeed a welcoming one. We are really very grateful of the speech with me. Everybody is happy of it.
The governor, the chairman of the board of directors, dear Dr. Ismail Sissé, my dear friend Mam Samba, all those present. It's a pleasure to join you today. After the note of diversity on the local language, I'm also glad to bring a note of diversity in gender, bringing at least a woman to speak at this event. I'm glad to say today that we made it. For those that know, Tekifi means make it in the Gambia. I'm glad to say it today in North Bank region, first and foremost, because this is the homeland, this is the region of our dear partners, ADWAC, that has been key working with us since the very first day, even before the very first day, and also the homeland of our now friend, Mam Samba Diouf. But it's also to say this in NBR, because in NBR, we found insight training aiming to decentralize the TVET opportunities in the country, which was also one of our major aims. So it's a pleasure, it's an honor to say these words in North Bank region. But let me give a step back before coming to Kuntaya and tell you a brief story about what we have done in NBR during these 4 years. We have been working with a countless number of women, probably 1,000 women of over 15 vegetable gardens. In these vegetable gardens, these women were empowered with quality seeds, quality equipment, quality tools to improve their production. They have themselves established revolving funds. Some of these being water, and apparently water is also the reason of our distraction now. Being water, one of the major challenges of the farmers in the country, we are also glad to tell you, to share with you that at least 6 of these gardens have benefited from improved water and fencing infrastructures. But it's also, we are also glad to tell you that we have supported at least 300 agro-entrepreneurs from all over the country, and nearly half of them come from NBR. So with the support of the Techifi project funded by the EU, we are confident to say that we have at least 110, 120 new agro-entrepreneurs or reinforced agro-entrepreneurs. Okay. From the North Bank region.
Your voice is not coming out.
But for us, it's not only important to invest in economics. Economics is key, but we need to find creative ways to encourage the people to invest in agribusiness. So we are also very proud to say that we have been working with 5 schools, upper basic and senior secondary schools, to show the youths from a very young age that indeed we can invest in the land, that indeed we can succeed in this sector. Not only mainstream general upper basic and senior secondary schools, but also we have been engaging with 15 madrasas. And these indeed trying to go to find the youths wherever they are has been a key strategy for us. And we are very proud to share with you that in all these places we have found youths that are indeed interested to engage in the sector. So coming back to Kuntaya. From the very beginning, one of our aims was to improve the training opportunities in the regions. Why? Because we are confident and because we have talked with many, many stakeholders before the project started, but this made it clear that only at the moment that the youths can see that indeed there are opportunities also for training in their own towns and their communities, they can indeed be convinced that they don't have to go to Combo or they don't have to go to somewhere else to succeed. So decentralization of training opportunities was considered key. When we started, there was over 60 training institutions in the country, maybe 68, 66, I cannot remember, 66, I cannot remember very well the figures. But by then, from all, let's say 68 institutions, less than 10 were in the regions. So it was just evident that something had to be done. They say, sometimes it's the hand of God, sometimes it's the stars that align, but in a good moment, ITC came to our way. They had the vision, they had the project to do to install a new training center in North Bank, and luckily we had the resources to support. So it was the joining of two development partners, and it's also for us a pleasure to say that we can really just only succeed when we work together and we bring to the table whatever we have. In this case, inside training with the project, with the vision and the project, and us gladly helping with the resources. So let me tell you also that we are not celebrating only the opening of the center, the 128 students graduates, but also the fact that half of the graduates are females. We really need to improve and to encourage the participation of the young women in training opportunities. So it's an honor to see that together we have made that at least 50% that these students are females. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We know particularly that sometimes for these girls, it's difficult to convince the families that they too deserve this education. So it has been a success both for you and your families. We are also celebrating the fact that amongst these over 100 students, at least 25% are not from NBR. This is very important. Why? Because it tells us that inside training is able to attract students from all over the country, and that NBR slowly but surely can also become a region of attraction for youths from all over the country. Maybe, not maybe, I'm sure that some of those even came from West Coast region. So it is interesting also to see this inversion of pattern, not the youth from the regions going to the urban areas, but that some youths in urban areas that can see that there are opportunities also in the regions. This is unique, and this is something that we should emphasize. We are also celebrating the fact that when we create a training center, it's not only that we are creating training opportunities, but we are creating jobs. And in Kuntaya, with Inside Training Center, we have created at least 26 new jobs in our bank region. All these are reasons, are motives for us to rejoice today. Coming to our students, as we speak, we know that at least 40 of them are already in business. And let me tell you something else. It's true that most of them are self-employed, but there are a few of them that also were brave enough to invert the pattern and say, well, I can also succeed being an employee to somebody else. This is key, because not all of us can be an entrepreneur, but we also need very good and skilled employees to the Gambian enterprises. So I would also like to encourage you to really have a broad scope when thinking about the future. Sometimes the future, and in the days like this one, I've been there in this position on this same day, where we look at the future and we are having a mixture of fear for what comes next, because it's the unknown, but at the same time of excitement, because the moment is also a moment where we continue really building our own lives. And it's a new step in our own way, in our own path to success. Having said so, I would like to tell you that I encourage you to think that, coming back, not all of us will be successful entrepreneurs. As it has been said before, we need to change the partner that TVET, or we need to emphasize the role of TVET. and be so proud to have gone to a TVET course as have been on college. And we also need to be so proud being an employee as being an entrepreneur. The success is measured not by the path that you will follow, but the commitment that you will put in the path that you will follow. That's the true success. And the success is not measured by what others are doing, but by how can we respect what we want to do, and how do we commit to what we want to do. Having said that, this is also a moment of challenge. Not only a moment of challenge for the students, but also a moment of challenge for ITC, of course, because now we need new batches of students. And we come to the question of sustainability. As much as it's a pleasure for development partners as IMVF and ADWAC to support successful initiatives as this one, we are concerned with sustainability. And for sustainability, we know that we will need to keep supporting these projects, but it's also very important that these institutions are self-sufficient. And as you have mentioned, Dr. Cisse, the proceedings that you are already having are very inspiring in this sense. But it's also time for the families, and in this particular case, I would like to address the families, to also think that education is an investment. As much as we invest in an enterprise, when we are providing the chance to our children to improve on the education, we are also doing an investment in the future. And we will also need the commitment of the families supporting and sponsoring their children in this education path. These cohorts, they were lucky enough to have a course that was fully funded, but I'm sure that we cannot count that this is always going to be the case. So it's important that slowly, step by step, the families can also start investing in the education. To conclude, as it has been said before, we can only arrive here with a teamwork. It has been a pleasure to work together with ITC, and from our side, we are also very proud of the team that has been engaged in this particular activity. Again, bringing a note of gender diversity. From our side, you know that the person that has been more dealing with you has been our colleague Kadi, but all the team that has been involved, Catherine J, Aji, Joanna, Mariam, all those that, Fatu, Aizatu, also our drivers, Musa, Aib, everybody that I cannot mention today, in one way or the other, have been engaged in this activity. And I'm very proud to say that during 4 years, I've been hearing, wow, you have an office mostly composed of women. And this was, by the time it was a little bit sad, because this was said with a note of, how can this be? But I'm very proud to say, with a team mostly composed of women in Bijilo, not on the ground, we made it, and we made it well. And when we get to these events, and we are mostly men, I'm even prouder to have been leading a female team. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and the best successes to ITC. We cannot be here in the near future, but my soul is in peace knowing that ATWAC is here and will continue with you. The best of success to our students. And of course, NBR will always remain a dear region in the IMVF intervention in the Gambia. Thank you so much.
She have said it all. It's a long history between IMVF and Insight, which obviously she mentioned. And Of course, it's right that Insight have got a smooth working relationship with her and her team, Kadi and the others. Yeah, because we all learn from them a lot of things before we start and during the period and up to today where we are. And this is obviously why Insight will continue to be proud of IMBF, and we will obviously always be talking good about you, and we will be looking forward to your the FAO representative, who is also here with us, who has arrived some a bit late, but he is all right. Okay, assalamualaikum everybody. Actually, I'm very much honored to stand here in front of this humble gathering, and then I will start by quoting what Dr. Buddy said here. That has to go to the graduates first before I even proceed, and that is to say, you have to be respectful. You have your PhD, you have whatever qualification you have. You will agree with me if there is no respect in what you do. People don't. You know why? At the end of the day, we all have dignity. We all want to be respected. We all want to be valued. Fellow students of Inside Training Center, distinguished guests, in a ripe fruit season, honest money drops, because I'm very much motivated by the caliber of people we have here. And then these people individually, if you are to go, there is nothing that they can brag about. You know what they care? The knowledge that they have, their trajectory. Now they want us, the young people, to learn from them. Why is it that we cannot take these people as role models? We don't have to look far. Charity begins at home. Let us not deceive ourselves. These are the people that we want to look up to. Look at them. What do you need today? You want schools? You've been given schools. You came to the best institution, Inside Training Center, and that is not a mistake. When you came here, you made the best decision in your life. And I'm saying this with a loud mouth because I am a product of Inside Training Center. Right? And today, let's ask ourselves, you are very happy. Look at you in your beautiful gowns. Our parents are here. You see the smiles on their faces. They are happy because you know what? They are saying at the end of the day, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, 12 years ago, this is the child we raised. Today we want to see what this child is going to achieve. Now it's up to you to exchange the baton. You know what is expected of you? It's simple. Make them proud. It's simple too. Whatever you learn here, put it into practice. Don't just carry certificates and put them in your cupboards. Don't just carry certificates that you cannot even justify. We want you to know that you are ambassadors of Inside Training Center. Today, a lot of students could be inspired by looking at you people here. Your presence alone means so much. I studied construction at Inside Training Center, but believe me, some of these things that these people are saying here is only somebody who is insane will have second thoughts about them. What is food security? We all know that here in the Gambia, most of us look at TVET education, and especially people who go to TVET schools, as non-entities. They believe that people like us, we are not meant for the classrooms, or we cannot occupy offices. Our brains are stuck, so to say. But is that the case? No. Look at the examples that I are giving you here. Today, you like it or not, the ambassador, the lawyer, the doctor, the teacher, the PhD holder in whatever field. Believe me, there are services that they cannot provide for themselves. They need people with skills, and that is us. So you have to be proud of yourself. Clap for yourself. So you see, it goes back to one thing. We need one present. But that doesn't mean that they are not important. It shows that everybody has a role to play as far as national development is concerned. And then when we speak about agribusiness, we will agree, as economists and policymakers will say, and I'm sure Mr. Tabari here will prove me wrong if what I'm to say is wrong. And that is to say that they all agree. Poultry is a very good substitute. Poultry is a very good substitute, and it can take the place, and it can also intervene whenever we have what we call surplus or deficiency in meat supply. When
when we have insufficient supply of meat, we go to put the people of poultry, right? The horticulture people, you can start your small vegetable gardening. 2 beds, you water every single day. It takes 1 seed to get a plant. All these beautiful plants or trees that you are seeing here, somebody has to plant them. Who are those people who should do that? You, believe me, you have a long way to go, my brothers and sisters. And I'm telling you that when you step outside here, everybody will say, kii moo demoon fële fekkee ne graduation am ñu ne am na certificate yaayam mu fa woon tàccul nañ ko inside training represent léegi nañ xool lan la moo ñoo def. You have to be very much concerned about this, Those kids go back, you put the certificate aside, and you say, Aramo hol lene luma def. That is an insult. You should be proud of what you learned here. When I look at these faces here, I see people who are very much determined. When I look on my left, I see people that we can learn a lot from. And I'm saying thank you very much, you people. And then we really appreciate the support that you people have been giving us thus far. And then we are promising you on behalf of all the students that are graduating here and every other single student of Inside Training Center that this is going to be the beginning. This is never going to be the end. We will make sure we attract other investors to come and sponsor because this project has to continue. We will be that ambassadors because these people, when they go, they are not going to sleep. They are going to do something and they will make sure the community sees that. And then without much ado, I was asked to recite a poem. I actually wrote a poem personally. Recite this poem here on this spot. I did not even write it. I just want to talk about the issue of creativity here to show you that people in Tibet schools, they are not stupid. When we are given the opportunity, we can excel like anybody else. And the poem is titled Light. And here it goes. Okay. Light. Luminous or translucent. I wish I can tell, but my gaze is down. The raped, the women, the sick, the dead. I need light. I need such a light inside training center. I don't need a touch. A help will do. I don't need a touch. Give me a helping hand. I don't need a touch. Show me the path. I don't need a touch. Show me I can. I don't need a touch. Believe in me. I don't need a touch. Give me the opportunity because I have to eat from any other place. Offsprings I can feed, but I wouldn't leave. Hopes died. Vision on water. Oh, light come for this path should be clear. Light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel. Make me the air. Breeze. Make me the fair. Breeze. Cool like the ice. Light. Make me the air. Real like the search. Real like the hard work. Because light at the end of the day, this part should be clear. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. Thank you very much. Very nice poem. And at this point, in Salenga, where is the cultural?
We have a demonstration.
Okay, students' demonstration. Where is the team?
Solution purpose. Do you use it? Yes. Do you use it? Nobody uses a garden. You do animals, you do insects, you do attack cigarette, you do why the big you use your garden. Don't like to demonstrate feeling. You will not buy things I will have that. And you got it. This Nagodeja Akala Yusko. Thank you very much.
On jarama. Okay. At this point, we now invite the guest speaker to come and deliver his speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Bala may duga ci waxtaan bi dama njëkka pronounce ne di jël permission parce que lu ko waral mooy sa boss sa nijaay buñ la njëkkee ci plateforme bi yow doo fi waxate luñ waxul so therefore te juma jot na te xam naa séeréer yu ndaw yi ñu ngi bugg a ñu toog fi ñu bañ a dem juma te ñun foog dégg ñu dem juma honorable doctor ak suma boss yi boppa di suma nijaay di Ousmane GM Nyang the deputy ombudsman, with your kind permission, give me the floor. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Good afternoon to you all. The Honorable Governor, NBR, the board chairman, the project coordinator, the EU ambassador, the co-coordinator MRC Holland Foundation, the principal, the vice principal, the chief guest, graduates, parents, and all protocols duly observed. Thank you all. I salute you all. It is an honor for me to stand in this auspicious gathering by the invitation of Inside Training Center to represent my own CEO, who other than Amadou Jigo, a native and bona fide citizen of Kuntaya. Ladies and gentlemen and graduates, we are gathered in Kuntaya today, a town known for many distinguished personalities that pass here and city center in this geological place. Inside Training Center, through the wise decision of its leadership, has initiated this first successful rural project, which commenced earlier last year and which is today graduates its 2 crops of specialist training in horticulture, poultry, and small ruminants. It is indeed a great pleasure as a youth and a bona fide citizen of Jokadu as a district to be trained and to be self-sufficient and grow what you eat and eat what you grow. This is a phenomenon not only by the former regime, but a human being as a whole. Therefore, I will not go through the speech that we will prepare because we had no much time. And as I said earlier on, the educationists, the people that with more knowledge and wisdom has come before me. And I will not say much that will inspire people. But I will go just straight to advise the graduates on few points that I will not elaborate. Time is not at our side. Which is, my dear fellow students and graduates, please make good of time. Time is very valued. Today, you will say, I'm just 25 years old. The next year, before you realize it, you are with a working sticks. So time, let's make good of time. We should not fear fail. If you don't try, you will never realize to fail or succeed. In life, there are only 2 things. Either you succeed or fail. And never see that you fail. You may just get it wrong somewhere, correct it and continue. Please. The other one, as I said, is success and good morals. Please, let's have good morals. And the Wolof says, there is a saying in Wolof, Kulan jeke si nek bi mola one foy to. So duge si nek bu lenem so ma fa njeke, so ma la fa njeke mala one foy to. That means our educationists, the likes of Mr. Nyang, Dr. Sise, Dr. Barry, we should make good use of them, learn from them. If you don't learn, the Wolof says, kuya come to wajuram, doko dona. So we should not be eager to donor our wajurs while they are still alive. The other item on this document before me is fundamental principle of youth is discipline. We should inculcate discipline in whatsoever we do. The last but not the least is we should face our challenges and come up with remedies to those challenges. But if we fear to face our challenges, we will never succeed. We must face challenges. If we use this word as we always use, let's do a try and then dinamusa neka. What I will last conclude with is commitment. Let us commit ourselves. Let us say we can and we will. If we say we can, definitely we will. And as they said, the sky is the limit. To conclude, I pledge to remain committed to support the project as long as possible and serve it as ambassador everywhere that I am. I am not the one saying it, but my honorable CEO, Amadou Jigo, the native of Kuntaya, who is the one who is saying that. Because this Inside Training Center is wholly and solely theirs because their families are to graduate from here and make good use of it. Képp ku def tool si àll bi boo góobee foo ko yóbbu kër ga. So Kuntaya, this is yours, ours. Man sa waa Kuntaya la suma tante yaa ngi nii toog suma nijaay yaa ngi fi toog suma maam yaa ngi fi toog suma benn jërbaat bu nopp suma jabar sa mu ngi fi toog. So therefore ñu ngi leen a wax jërëjëf, thank you so much. Yal na leen jig di graduates, yàlla ngeen jëriñoo ko yàlla nañ ne kii moo graduate woon fale tey moom poetry bi yàlla dina ko def asalaamaaleykum wa
Adwan di sana musical technique wow.
Ibrahima Dieng. Is that Ibrahima Dieng? Be on the list, please.
Chief, towards the end, man agree. Maybe we can do the last thing.
Boubacar Cissé. Mahani Sa. Molamin Ba.
Penda Demba.
Penda Demba.
Salima Tumbala.
Salima Tumbala. Safiatou Ba. Next we invite the governor.
Fatmata Kamara.
Fatmata Kamara. Salif Sow. Thank you. Ndeye Diouf.
Lamin Jonga.
Lamin Jonga.
Wow. Thank you for reminding us.
Debondu.
Ensanya.
Ensanya.
Aminata Ba.
Aminata Ba.
What else? Aminata Ba.
Aminata Ba. What's the next name?
This is Senabu.
Job.
Senabu Jom.
Job.
Senabu Jom.
On after be
It's fine. Come on. Want to judge.
Want to judge, what?
Adwa move. Galan tutu. Adwa direct. Mam fam. Ernest, Saliketa nanyo.
Oh, yes, sir.
This one is Ernest.
Wow.
Yes. Okay.
Saliketa. Thank you very much.
Effort, Director Agriculture. Wow, I'm going to definitely na speed more than Fofana Lawad.
Where is
Our new, I see here. I started to
Thank you very much. Salif Jammeh. To these people. Amatijan Jallo. Amatijan Jallo, come.
We had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will definitely encourage us in our future. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Thanks to all the speakers for adoring the occasion and sharing your opinions. I am grateful to Mata for my efforts towards today's and anchoring the elegance of my own thoughts and interpretation of everything. I need to mention my deep sense of appreciation. I thank all partners of development, IMVF, you have the ADWA, the Tekifi, and Enabel, and also staffs within the organization of the festival events. The chief of Jokadu, alcalos and imams, councillors of Jokadu, securities and students union executives, and FAO. We have been fortunate to be supported by a team of very active, dedicated employees of our organization who are well versed in their jobs. I lack words for their participation and their willingness to complete tasks beyond their comfort zones. A special mention to our principal, Mr. Menga, being a great motivator that inspires us to do our best and stand as a pillar of power. With deep sense of appreciation, we thank our loving teachers for their untiring efforts. I also want to thank the people who work behind the scenes to execute this event, our technical arrangement team, the stage setting and the lighting team, all musicians and others. Our sincere gratitude goes out to our parents and well-wishers for your rock-solid support system and encouragement. Without your support, the children were not able to excel. Thank you very much for joining this event. Finally, I would like to thank my building rock star who made this event happy with their impressive performance. The hard working of your day was evident in your act. All the events were good and each of us present here enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
And now, thank you everybody for coming here, attending this occasion. As you can see on the table there, the institution have eggs that they are parading for people who will need it. If you want to buy it, you are of course welcome. This is what they produce at inside here. And from this point, we can also go around the premises to see the environment, and then we call it off. So thank you very much for coming. And we pray that next year we come back at the same very venue to graduate another set of students. Thank you very much once again.
Check. Gambia Channel.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.